Welcome back, folks. With me, Feel Too Real. You're watching part 20 of the Turok 2 Let's Play, and we're about to get started with the final level of the game, the Primagen's Lightship. Take it away, Adon.
The Primagen's Lightship. Little is known about this mysterious and ancient vessel. The Lightship is believed to be maintained by a horde of lethal biomechanical droids programmed to do their master's bidding. The vessel itself is massive and is undoubtedly well defended. Your mission objectives are as follows. Destroy 3 automated assembly plants. The Primagen's Lightship is completely self-sufficient and can supply itself with an army of biobots manufactured deep within the superstructure. In the event that the Primagen is defeated, the biobots have been programmed to exit the Lightship and eradicate intelligent life from the face of the Lost Land as one last twisted act of revenge by the Primagen. You must destroy all of the assembly plants within the Lightship. Purify the River of Souls. The waste created by the Lightship's power cells is responsible for the toxins that poison the River of Souls. By reversing their polarity, the toxins will be eradicated, and the River of Souls will flow pure for the first time. Tens of thousands would benefit from its clean, cool waters.
Alright, so that's done. That was our last... Thank you, Adon. That was our final introduction to the levels, and we're greeted with a trooper right there. So there's really... this level is really... It seems very labyrinthine, but in my opinion, this is far less labyrinthine than the Hive of the Mantides. Even though a lot of the doors are locked, you can only go one way initially, other than backtracking to the entrance. But there's only one way you can go, and the Primagen's Lightship is divided into four sectors. And like I said, you can only go one way. So once you find that way, you can really only go straight. It's very linear in that sense, and that's the way out, but we can't go that way until we hit the switch on the 4th sector. So right now I'm just trying to find our way to the door. And something about this center area, the Primagen key level 6 is right there in the middle, but you cannot do anything about it until you activate 4 switches that will release locks to open it. And then this is one of the annoying things about the Primagen Lightship. When you're in the hallway, there's turrets that will drop down and start shooting you, very much like the Hive of the Mantides, but I don't think it hits as hard. That right there is a biobot. It's probably the more common enemy compared to the trooper. And there's a third enemy that's, I think it's called the Elite Guard. And the teleporters for the Primagen Lightship are these things. So you'll hit the switch and it'll drop it down, and then you'll just jump into it. And then, like I said, it looks like there's several ways to go. If you go back the way I was going, it usually leads to a dead end that has more health. So there's not it's kind of hard to get lost in the Primagen Lightship, except maybe the last section. But it's mainly straightforward. And I think in generally every one of these sections there is a talisman tile that you need to use in order to unlock the lock for the Primagen key. But you need the final talisman you'll get in the Lightship to actually activate that. So you at least have to get the talisman here to get the key inside of it. Sniper capabilities enabled. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like I said, there's only really one way you can go, and then also there's little crystals that you're going to want to pick up. I'm going to miss one right here because I didn't get it as I went straight up. It's a I forget what it's called, but you need 4 of them to purify the River of Souls for the energy conduits, or whatever they're called. I forget what they're called. But you need to pick up 4, and they're generally in the same sector. So if you leave this sector, and you'll know when you're leaving it because you have to hit a switch, and you'll be back in that center area with the Primagen Lightship key is. And so if you get to that section and you haven't found all 4 of the blue crystals, um, you need to go back and backtrack around and find them, and they're generally very visible. I just didn't pick up that one. And this track right here, Primagen's Lightship, is probably easily, if it's not my favorite, it's in my top 2 because of this part of the track. It's the Flesh Eater section, and I really do like it. And it sounds like, oh man, they're just copy and pasting the track, but one thing I do like about it, actually the thing I do love about it, it gives like this subtle danger in the track, so to speak, that there's a threat bigger than the Primagen, because the Flesh Eater's theme's playing in the background, his own theme, his own levels theme. So it kind of gives a hint that the Flesh Eaters, aka Oblivion, is hiding in the back, in the shadow of the Primagen. So I really like that little note. I'm gonna go and jump cut back to get those blue crystals because I didn't make the jump, and they're ion capacitors. So you need 4 ion capacitors to purify the River of Souls section. There's like, I think she said 3 or 4. I think there's 3. So there's 12 crystals. But yeah, so we got 2 and we're missing 1, and 1's back there earlier. I didn't grab it, so we're gonna have to backtrack once I realize I don't have all the capacitors. And let me talk about the enemies. The troopers are basically they're essentially entrails, long story short. So if you just hit them with an explosive shell, they're going to go down. If you take them out with the ticker or hit them with the ticker, they will go down. The biobots, in my opinion, the ones that have like their little rolling wheel, like this one right here, they remind me very much of a Raptoid, but they actually have guns, unlike a Raptoid. So they're much more dangerous than a Raptoid in that regard because they have guns. And these turrets are the things that are going to do the most damage to you. So you need to be careful. This right here, that laser trap, do not go in it. And the wind right there, that's from a Whisper's talisman tile. So, ooh, geez, make sure that you have that talisman if you decide to do that. And that talisman tile is what I'm talking about. You need to, there's an ion capacitor, but you need to take that path to hit a switch that will open one of the locks for the Primagen key, one of the 4 ones. So you need to be sure to get that. If you do fall into the laser trap down there, you can get out of it. It's just a little bit tricky. I do fall in and I almost die. So make sure that you are very, very careful. Do not fall down like a Dumas like me. Dumas. If you've watched Shawshank Redemption, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I digress. That joke may go over a lot of people's heads, but anywho, right there, I'm realizing, oh yeah, I'm missing a capacitor, so I need to go back and find it. So I found 3, but I need 1 more. We're going to go back, and I'm going to backtrack a little bit, but I'm also going to go to where that Whisper's tile is. That way I can get the Primagen key switch. But I'm over here thinking that's just normal wind, and that's not normal wind. So I need to get out of there. The way to do that is the bridge right here, or to just climb up there, which I think in the original Nintendo 64 version you can't climb up a ledge like I did. You just I think that was just added in for the remaster. I could be wrong, but yeah, just take the Whisper tile up and it will float you very slowly up here, and I believe there will be an elite guard in here, so just be wary about that. That's not an elite guard, that's a biobot, but I mean at the end where there's a switch. So just follow it around, you'll be in here, and then there will be another Whisper's talisman tile right here. It will take you up here to this section, and this is where I'm thinking there the elite guard is. So just follow it around right here. These things hurt a lot. They also have cloaking technology like entrails, and that cannon really does hurt. So try not to like get monstered by that giant turn that like I did. It's not fun at all. So we got that. I'm gonna go backtrack a little bit to the to that room with all the fans and the laser floors, and I'm gonna see, as soon as I enter that room, I'm gonna see the capacitor, and I'm just gonna beeline for it. Scorpion missile launcher is not the best gun to take out the turrets. Actually, I think that was the first time I said that, but I'm saying it now. But Scorpion missile launcher, use it for the bigger enemies. If you want to use it for the troopers, use it for the troopers, but using it for the bio bots is overkill. But hey, you can't spell overkill with the OK, like I said. So, but Firestorm Cannon is going to be absolutely phenomenal here. I want to say the troopers and the elite guards drop plasma ammo. I think these are also some of the few enemies that drop ammo, just like the drones and the soldiers from the Hive of the Mantides. But yeah, so we got our last ion capacitor, and we're reaching the end of this part actually. So we're gonna just skedaddle and hurry along here. If you go this way, I believe this is a dead end to some ammo. I believe. Actually, no, I don't think this is. This is the way to go back to where that. No, it's a dead end. So there's an dead end here. There's a Firestorm Cannon. There's health here. So if you go this way, you can get another Firestorm Cannon for some ammo and get some health. And that's the thing about the Primagen Lightship. A lot of things that you think are just winding paths, they end up terminating into a dead end with there's ammo or health. And if it just keeps on going and on and on and on, you're going the right way for progression. So something to think about. So just remember that. And you also got your map that you can pull up that I'm kind of following as well. I mean, you can barely see the outline on the screen, but I also use that to follow along. So we're going to go back up here, take the lift, go up, go back to that River of Souls room, place the ion capacitor, and then we should be at the end of this sector and actually the end of this part. So these parts are going to go a little bit fast because I'm going to make the parts for the sectors for the most part. I think part 3 is going to be a little bit longer because part 3 is where all the crazy stuff's at. So continue on. And then make sure you don't fall into the laser trap here. Just drop down here, follow the bridge that we opened, follow it left, and then you'll be towards the River of Souls room. So we're almost done with this part. So just continue on. If you go left, that'll be the River of Souls room. And generally the exits that have those buttons, they will drop a turret. So make sure you have like something that will be very good against a turret. And then we hit all 4 of those things. If you jump in the water here, you should have the Breath of Life talisman. If you don't jump in the water. There's generally life force. There might, I think one of them has one secret area that leads to some goodies that is not life force. So just remember that. So go up through here, get out, and then follow that room where that turret was, hit the switch, and you'll be at the end of this sector. So I'll catch you next one, folks. Later, and bye.